I worked for a guy who's been in this industry for 40 plus years. And the one thing he said to me, and it stuck with me, was that there's no such thing as a welder. And I was like, what do you mean? You know, he's like, well, think about it. What we do here in our steel shop, it's 10% welding, 90% mental. And I think what schools should really start teaching is the basics of welding, obviously stick welding, flux core welding, MIG welding. You know, I started out TIG welding first, aluminum and stainless steel before, you know, I used to work on Navy ships. So you know, my teacher was like, yeah, you can do aerospace. And I thought I was just going to weld. Well, when there was no welding to be done, I was getting sent home. So I think it's more important, and where welders, fabricators can really prosper and keep going, is that they understand prints, man. I mean, it sounds silly, but there's a lot of people out there who might have a hard time with regular construction math. And it takes a while. Yeah. It's basic math, but some people aren't used to it, and I wasn't. So it took me a long time, especially for field layout. What I tell other welders is, you know, learn how to fit. You know, learn how to understand the math behind it, getting your, you know, your measurements correct. Because half the time you're not just going to be burning wire. You know, you've got to build something, obviously. Yeah. And the majority of the work, especially what you get, you know, they're not going to just call you and say, hey, are you guys just welders, or do you guys do like fabrication? Because if you were just a welder, you know, I don't know, it's kind of hard, especially where we're at. You know what I mean? If you can weld and build at the same time, you're more valuable. And that's if you're looking for a job. You know, if you're working for yourself. You know, if you have on a resume like, hey, so, you know, do you know how to read prints? No, but I have a certification. Most people are going to be like, all right, well, we need more than that, you know? Yeah. So what I tell people, I said, if you can avoid, really, depending on what market in this industry you want to go towards, whether it be pipe welding, structural steel welding, aerospace welding, I say get an entry-level position, you know, at a metal shop, a metal fabrication shop is probably the best start for anybody to do, because if you go as an entry level and don't do what most of us did in the beginning, was BS your way in there, like, oh yeah, you know, I've done this, and the next thing you know, they're like, you don't even know how to use an iron worker, man, like, get on out of here. Yeah. But, you know, basically, yeah, I would say just get an entry level position, learn as much as you can, especially from the guys who've been in this trade, because the majority of the time they want someone, the younger generation, to come in and they just want to kick back and teach, you know. Yeah. They don't want to have to come in there and, you know, climb up all this iron like they used to. Their bodies can't handle it, but they want to teach. And I think for me, it's been better for